Sorry, Toro. I gotta make sure you're not lying. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to this episode of G4 Outdoors. Today I'm going to be doing an initial thoughts and opinions on the brand new Toro PowerMax HD 828 OAE. Can there be any more letters?
We got knives, we got fishing, we got hunting, we got everything you like, so hit that subscribe button. We're in the outdoors, doing things that we love. We're talking guitars, girls, green grass, and guns.
Okay, the only reason this is going to be an initial thought and opinion, it is December 10th. I'm in Missouri, it's noon, and it's 70 degrees outside. I have no idea what's going on with this weather, but it's crazy. 70 degrees today. 2 days from now it's supposed to snow. Out of this world. So there are a lot of features on here that I do want to talk about. Some of them are I'm going to have to test out. I'm going to have to test out some of these features, but the rest of the features, I really like what I'm seeing here. And I could be a little bit partial, but that's only because I have a Toro that I bought on my own 12 years ago that's still running to this day. And as a matter of fact, I think I got a video clip of me pulling that out today. Okay, so this one here has not been out since last winter. Got some flat tires. Got some pampas grass left up in there. Good on oil. Still have plenty of gas in there from last year. Smells all right. I need to run that out. So what I'm going to do, turn the fuel on, choke it, prime it, put it on rabbit. So as you can see, the reliability of Toro, in my opinion, is outstanding. Everything on this snowblower meets and exceeds my current snowblower, so I have no reason to doubt anything on this. So my initial opinions is not coming at you with running this thing for any amount of time. All I've done is started this. As a matter of fact, if you've reached it this far in the video and your snowblower is not set up yet, go back and check out my setup video, in-depth instructions on how to set this up and get it prepared to this point to where you're ready to start snowblowing. Now, one thing about the chute right here, it does say that it will shoot snow up to 45 feet, I believe, which in my area for standard driveways, that is more than far enough. 45 feet will get you out of your driveway without a problem. It has a Toro branded 252cc motor on it. It does have a pull start along with an electric start option. My previous video, I did show both of these working, the electric start. First time I ever used electric start was on this. That was for demonstration purposes, and I'm not sure if I will go back to pull starting again. That's an amazing feature. First time ever using it. Headlight on this model. I know on my previous model, most of the snow comes at nighttime, and when I'm out snow blowing the street, I do snow blow my street so that when the city comes by and plows it up in front of my drive, I like to clear all that away. The snow that plows up in front of the drive, it will rip the chin off of a car if you don't get that out of the way. So having one of these to get all that bank out of the way works perfectly with my old model, and that is 50 cc's less than this one, so I know that this one's not going to have a problem getting through that. Besides my older model, this has an extremely wide and tall opening on it. Now the actual dimensions of this opening is going to be 28 inches, and the height is going to be 21 inches. Now that's a very, very large snowbank. And as you can see me sitting on this right now, it is a very, very sturdy piece of equipment. Another thing that I want to talk about is about the steel. On my old unit, it is a plastic chute. On this one, it is all steel, and it is a heavy steel. I'm not sure of the gauge of steel that's on here, but it is very sturdy. The opening on this chute is very wide, and of course, it is all movable and adjustable. I think it's a little over 180 degrees of movement on this, and your up and down chute, and that way you can shoot the snow off to the side, down to the ground, up in the air to get it to go further, out in front of you to the side, and again up and down. And that's an infinite amount of adjustment with this handle back here. Now that's just another opinion of mine. Toro has the best chute adjustment system with their quick stick back here. just push down on the blue handle, and it's just a little video game that you can work with this chute. It's very, very easy to operate. You can do that on the fly, and you can do that with one hand while having the augers engaged or the motor and running this. You can adjust this on the fly. A lot of the other models, you're going to have two separate sticks, or even you have to come up here and adjust this by hand. One stick to move it sideways, come up here, move a handle to shoot this up or down depending on where you want that snow, or another lever back here. So you're going to have two levers. With the Toro Quick Stick, I really, really like this, and it is my favorite system on all of the snow blowers that I've checked out. So this does have the PowerMax anti-clogging system. I'll go into that here in a second. But this does have 14-inch augers as well as 14-inch impellers, which throws the snow. Now with 14 inches being here and 14 back there, that's a massive amount of snow that this thing is going to be able to handle. I don't remember, I think this was 21 inches high along with 28 inches wide. That is a lot of snow that you're going to be able to handle. You're going to be able to clear your sidewalks off in no time. Another thing I want to talk about is the gearbox. Now this gearbox and the shear pins, we'll talk about that. As in other models are going to have shear pins on them. And this is one thing that I said that I do want to test out on this machine because I need to see if it works. In theory, every implement has shear pins on them when it comes to working. So instead of shear pins, they put straight bolts in these that are not shear pins. Same with back here. So if you run into something hard and this thing comes to an abrupt stop, the motor is going to shut down before these pins have too much force put on them and breaking your gearbox. So somehow I'm going to have to test this theory out to see if that actually works. Because the last thing you want is a solid bolt in here running into something hard and breaking your gearbox. You're going to run into a lot of money if you're going to have to replace this.
Snow blowing in -degrees outside and howling wind is hard enough without having your snowblower break down when the auger gets jammed. Yet, that's exactly what other snowblowers are designed to do. Their shear pins are designed to break when things get tough, which means you have to fumble around in the bitter cold and replace them. These snowblowers leave you out in the cold when you need them the most. But fear not, Toro PowerMax Smart Technology solves all that. Inside the PowerMax, there are no shear pins to break. Instead, we engineered it to be tougher than ordinary two-stage snowblowers, with hardened gears and a commercial-grade gearbox. We use solid steel bolts that are more than 2 times stronger than the competition. In addition, our smart technology senses when the snowblower hits hard material, such as a giant chunk of ice, and automatically stops for you. So you don't have to. You simply start it back up and continue to clear snow like it's nobody's business.
Another thing on the inside here with the augers, these are very, very sturdy augers. I can't turn, well, right here, in a lot of portions right here, these are double layered. So you have a very thick, hard, very, very sturdy auger system in here. And the impellers, you can see the impellers there, the auger impellers, what throws the snow out. They do have a very large cup in them, and that is another pretty heavy duty piece of steel back there that's going to be scooping all of that snow out and throwing it out the chute.
Any snowblower can clear 4 inches of white fluffy flakes. But when things go from winter wonderland to a beastly one for the record books, the competitors start choking. Literally choking on snow measured in feet or the heavy wet stuff, which loves to stick to metal and shut down machines. Your fingers are already bitter cold. The last thing you want to do is spend half your snow blowing time unclogging the auger. But not with Toro PowerMax snowblowers. They're engineered to chew through and spit out the nastiest, slushiest, heaviest, frozen slop Mother Nature can dish out until the job's done. How, you may ask? By taking big bites out of snow and chewing it up extremely well. Our engineers designed and patented a process that improves the flow of snow through PowerMax 2-stage snowblowers. By sending measured amounts of snow through our patented anti-clogging system instead of one giant gulp, we divert clogs away from the chute, which keeps you moving and gets you out of the cold faster. It's Toro innovation at its finest.
And one more time coming back inside, these are non-greasable bearings back here along with in the center. Usually you'll see grease fittings back there, but these are non-greasable. And coming over to the side, the skid plates on these, they are pretty heavy duty. That's probably the thickest piece of steel on this machine are the skid plates. So it's going to take a lot of driving around on concrete to get one of those to wear down. And to think I do just one driveway is not the case. I actually do 2 houses up. I do their driveway, I do that driveway, I do this driveway, I do that, where am I pointing? I do that driveway, one driveway over there, and I do his driveway. Not only do that, I go all the way down there to the mailboxes, and I do this entire sidewalk for the kids to go to school. So I do a lot of snow blowing when it is the time to snow blow, but here in Missouri where we're at, it doesn't snow too often, but when it does snow, we do get a lot of snow. I really think that this year we are going to get hammered with snow, not only in depth, but a lot of times, even though it's December and 70 degrees. So the tires on this, they are 16 inches tall. Just for your information, these are not for highway use, so don't be using this on the highways. It does have very large knobbies on it, and from these right here, these are 13-inch tires, these are 16-inch tires. There's no way those are 13-inch tires. So these are measured at 16-inch tires, and those are measured at 12-inch, not 13s. So being 16 inches, you are going to be able to get up on top of snowbanks if you need to with this a lot more easy than the 12-inch tires on the other model. It does say E0 to E10. Do not use E15 or greater. Best option there is just to go out, get non-ethanol, unleaded gasoline, premium, go ahead and winterize that fuel. I'm not saying it's the best thing to do, but what I do when I dose my gasoline for winter time, I do use premium, unleaded, and I use Stabil, and I do put 1.5 times the recommended amount in there, so I give it a heavy dose. And as seen in the other video, this is from last year. The gas that's in there, it started right up, ran right away, and it ran smoothly. So if you do that, your gasoline will last a long time. Stay away from ethanol in these machines. So the sun is starting to fade away in the garage, so I'm going to talk about the handle system out here on this. Where the heavy duty handles start in the lineup, I'm not sure, but on the 828 Power Max, these do have heavy duty handles. It is actually welded down here on the bottom. You got 2 bolts right here holding all of this handle system together, and it is a very beefy setup. Feel confident in pushing this around. And as far as pushing this around, even though this is a heavy machine, the packaged weight on this was 400 pounds. There's no way I could pick this up and put it in, absolutely no way I could pick this up and put it in the back of my truck. But the pivoting point on this is very nice. You don't have to push down very hard at all. I can do that with one hand, left or right. It's just light to push down, so the pivoting point on this is very nice. And while I'm talking about the pivoting point on this, I will demonstrate this later, but this does have a live axle in here. Is that the word I want to use? Let's call it a limited slip differential. So as you're going forward straight, both of these tires are engaged to the gearing, so you're getting a 2-wheel drive machine. And as soon as you turn the machine, I've already tested it out, and I'm going to demonstrate here without noise or turning it on or anything. But as soon as you turn the mower just that much, the inside wheel actually disengages and the outside wheel stays engaged. So when you make that turn, it's very easy to do that. And that does that with the opposite side as well. As soon as you make a little bitty turn, the inside wheel will disengage, the outside stays engaged, and that way you have a really nice turning radius. Because if you have both of these wheels locked in and you're trying to make a turn, you're going to be struggling to make a turn. You can do it, but with one wheel engaged, you can do that a lot easier. So along with the heavy duty handle system, we do have enlarged paddle systems here, one for your auger, one for your drive. With these being as large as they are, you are going to get a reduced amount of fatigue compared to earlier or older models where these things are thin. These really turn into just part of the handle system when you're running. So you're going to get a lot less fatigue. Now on operating this, you do have a single lever for your auger system. Now you can run this with just the auger, or you can engage the drive system and then engage the auger. Now once you've done that, the auger is going to stay engaged, and you can run this just by holding this down. This allows your extra hand to be able to manipulate with the quick stick your chute. And that's, like I say, that's one reason why I really like the quick chute system, is because you can operate this on the fly. No thinking about it, just put that snow out there to the side. If the wind is blowing this way coming back at you, put it off to the other side and you're good to go. So just in case, if you guys see smoke rolling off of this, this is the exhaust housing. This gets very hot. I've had this machine running for a total of 15 seconds probably, and it did start smoking. It's not to worry about if this is a brand new machine. There is paint on here that needs to cure a little bit. There are some oils and residual junk from the factory that is left on here. Mostly oil and paint is what's going to be smoking off of here. Don't worry about it. Let it smoke for a couple minutes and that smoke will never return. So with the large tires, I hope that did demonstrate that this is capable of climbing a pretty good little hill, even though that was dry. You may be wondering why I'm back here. I got to demonstrate it somehow, and I need to test out this feature on the shear pins not being there and the motor shutting down. Sorry, Toro. I got to make sure you're not lying. Okay, so granted we are dealing with leaves. So you can see the chute down here on the bottom. The chute, the impeller portion is actually clear. It's just the munched up. Oh, here we go. I told you about the smoking and not to worry about that. That's going to happen, and it'll be done smoking on your first try. I need to get this out of the leaves, but that is only packed with wet leaves, so not to fault that. This is leaves, not designed for that. So I'm going to get into here. There is some logs in here. Hopefully that's not going to damage this too bad. Here we go. Can't turn it off. Can't turn it off. See the log right there? I did run that straight up the center. There's nothing showing any. I don't know if I did that beforehand or not. I'm assuming that's the clutch that will kick that out and shut the motor down. At any rate, none of these blades are bent. I think I did get up right there. I think that did actually chunk some wood from the impeller cups. It is spinning freely. I'm going to back up. Nothing appears to be damaged. This case housing right here, and that's the biggest factor, is this case housing. As long as it doesn't crack to protect your, I don't know, as long as your shear pins, the non-shear pins, this, the clutch, shutting the engine off, as long as all that works to protect this gear housing, that's really all that matters. So let me start this back up, make sure it works. No cut in video. No cut in video. No cut in video. No cut in video. Okay, so I'm only going to try that once. That's enough for me to prove that it worked. You can see, albeit it is wet, very wet wood. It's still wood nonetheless. Bravo, Toro. So I will be talking about the transmission system in here, which disengages and engages one wheel at a time, or makes it two-wheel drive. While the motor's not running, because you guys aren't going to be able to hear me, so I might be talking over this, but at any rate, you can see a little bit of movement to the right will disengage the inside wheel, and the outside wheel will continue to be powered. And as soon as you let that pressure off, both wheels will be engaged, and then again the same going the other way. So let's start this up, and hopefully I can keep you guys in frame. Super tough to do because the front end is digging. I don't have enough height on that. If I was doing this on the snow, that would be very easy to demonstrate, but I hope that you did see that both of these wheels disengaged as I turned, and both of them were engaged as I was going straight. Sorry about the camera quality there. So without snow being in the picture, guys, that's about as in-depth as I can get in this right now. With leaves, it was throwing leaves 20 feet, somewhere around there. The limited slip differential, I hope you saw that in a couple of videos, especially right here at the end. I don't know, was the headlights on? I didn't even look. And again, my favorite feature, the quick stick right here. I've been enjoying that for 10 plus years. I really, really like this system. The handle grips on here, again, very large. It's going to reduce a lot of fatigue. Both augers being 14 inches, that's a lot of snow to be thrown. I'm actually excited to get this into some snow because these have actual cups on the impeller. That's just going to grab more snow and throw it out rather than just having plates throw that out. This is scooping snow and throwing it. Very neat feature. 252 cc's, that is a very big motor. You're getting this motor on some of the tracked machines that they use. So guys, without snow, that is about as in-depth of a review as I can get on this. Now again, that is just my initial review and opinions on this. I haven't had snow to test this in. Maybe in a couple of days. Like I say, 70 degrees and sunny out right now. 2 days from now it's supposed to be snowing, so we will see just how this handles the snow. But again, like I say, I like everything on here. Number one like on all of Toro snowblowers is the quick stick feature. Favorite system out there on the Shute system. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that it brought you some information. I'd highly recommend going out and buying one of these. I am going to go ahead and pre-say that. I have full faith in this machine from what I've seen so far and from what I've seen in the past. So anyways, guys, I hope this video brought you some good information. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. I will see you in the next one. I'm out.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I just dream of fishing while I'm going through my workday. I listen to my boss, though he's driving me berserk. Damn it, I can't take much more because my brain is really hurting. And now the bank is always calling and I don't know what to do. And I haven't bought a crankbait since like 1992. But the bass are out there schooling.